All right, it's time to talk some hoops tonight. Let's do it, man. Let's go. Time to win some money. And you know what? Mike, you're not going to believe this.
What?
On the positive EV page earlier, another Joker PRA
All right.
over 44.5.
All right.
What do you think?
I like it.
I do too.
You don't have us connected to X, though, today, I see, Bob.
Well, we should be. Oh, you know what? An error occurred. We can just go live right now. Just hang on a second here. And we are live. There you go, Mike. Thank you for noticing that. All right, we're brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. That's right. Don't know whether Jabari's going to make it or not. He hasn't gotten back with me. He may be stuck in traffic. Good evening, folks, and just incredible. By the way, Justin, great job last night, as always. Wow, Alan, holy cow.
What up, Alan?
It has been a while.
Has been.
Great to see you. We are doing great. Man, I'll tell you what. The betting world is treating us good.
What up, the Mac?
Oh, my gosh, Mac, what's up?
What is good?
Yeah, I tell you what, I'd like to have you on every weekend. Our friend Stephen Batza, which at some point in time, Stephen is going to have to make an appearance on the show.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, he's got to,
100%. So, Bob, before I want to start off this show with finding some bets to hit tonight on the EV page. We didn't get to a lot last night.
Right.
We had some fun talking some football. But those of you out there watching, just want to go through and demonstrate the tools on OddsJam that we utilize on a day-to-day basis, as you all know. And it starts with the positive EV page for us. We like to go there and find bets and hit bets, and that's what we're going to do right now. So those of you that are joining us on Twitter or X as it is now, YouTube, wherever you are, get your sports books pulled up and let's hit some bets together, guys, because that's what we can do. So everybody together all at once, let's get our sports books pulled up here and let's see what we got popping off.
Yes, Justin, we'll get you an opinion here in a bit.
All right, Bob, I'm going to jump into it. Right off the bat, we got a couple of plays. So this Karl Anthony Towns play, obviously under 1.5 threes is plus 185 on Bet Rivers. Probably pretty good value on this play. Obviously, every play on here is going to have good value, but this being a 6% edge, it's actually really good at plus 185 when you consider, look at what everywhere else prices this at. So everybody, you got to move quick if you want that plus 185. I think it's worth putting a little bit on. Jalen Duren under or over 2.5 assists at plus 130 looks pretty solid. You're going to notice Caesars gives minus 104 on it, plus 105, plus 112 is average odds. So getting plus 130, both bets we can lock in. That's on ESPN Bet. I do like both of these for a couple of plus odds plays. So pull up ESPN Bet and you can hit the Duren play. Bet Rivers, you can hit that Karl Anthony Towns play. Probably need to move really, really quick on that Towns play. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Bet Rivers will adjust that line, and it looks like they probably already have. If you're on PointsBet, let's look at this SGA play under 6.5 rebounds. We're getting minus 110 on it. Look at that value, y'all. Holy shit. Yes, I cussed. I mean, how could you not when you see that? Minus 110. Look at what everywhere price is at. Minus 160 range. PointsBet, move now. That's a great freaking play, man. So if you're on PointsBet, we got to move really quick to get minus 110 on SGA under 6.5 rebounds to lock that in. So we'll go ahead and try to hit that one as well as we move along here. And what I like to do is I like to have my phone pulled up, and I like to have OddsJam pulled up on my laptop, have my phone pulled up on my sports books, and just go to town.
Jabari is here. What's up, my friend?
What's up? Sorry for being late. My camera wouldn't turn on. I had to restart my whole computer.
You're
nice.
Right. You know what? On second thought, just go ahead and shut it off. Leave it off.
Oh man, goodness.
It's all right, Michael. You and I both know your dad has a face for radio.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that.
I love it. Man. Love it.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit this Ivy play as well on FanDuel. Over 19.5. Very, very good value on that play. I know it's hard to take anything for Detroit, right? You know, player props included, I guess, but we'll go with some value.
Can we help Justin out here real quick?
What's that?
Northern Southern Eagles and Marshall Thundering Herd over 153. Loyola Maryland Greyhounds at the Army Black Knights under 126, and the Colorado Buffaloes at the California Golden Bears under 150. You guys got any thoughts on this? I'm going with them all. I'm putting them in a parlay right now, babe.
There you go. Yeah, I don't hate them.
Okay.
Yeah, Loyola should have I think he said Loyola Maryland.
Yeah,
they're gonna have. I was gonna say he's gonna have a good time, probably sweating that because they're at Army. Loyola hasn't been playing the best. They're 2-13, so
right.
We'll see. But the rest of those aren't anything that I wouldn't see out of the norm.
No.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to talk about that. Mike, you got any other plays you want to look at?
Yeah, I'm tons of plays out here, as you see. The Siakam play, I do kind of like that one, over 20.5 points tonight. I think I could roll with that one. And after that, I think that's what that's all I'm going to get on right now, at least.
Okay.
So as you all see, using the positive EV page, great way to find plays, find line discrepancies, can turn on focus mode here. And just to show you when I turn on focus mode, what ends up happening, you can see right there. You can add your sports books as you go along, which is pretty cool. And there you go. You can see how it's a lot cleaner looking at this. We know PointsBet. We know our recommended bet size. We know the odds. We know the bet we're getting on and all that good stuff. We can just kind of scroll down and hit these as we go. So definitely love using the EV page. But no, that's all I got for right now on the EV page. Jabari, good to have you on, my friend. Thanks for joining us. And are you ready for some football?
Playoff football, yeah, we'll see.
Well, here we go.
Well, I want to ask Jabari this because Justin brought this up last night, and I want Jabari's opinion on it. I know he's a big football fan, and I kind of agree with what Justin said in the sense that this has kind of been a disappointing regular season, really. That's just been nothing great happened. You know, you've had all these injuries and things like that from the get-go with the Aaron Rodgers injury, and it just has really seemed like a really weird year, and I just don't feel like we really have looked and have been able to say, wow, look at that. That was a great game, right? I mean, there's been some good games, don't get me wrong, but we haven't really had any of those big-time memorable type of games, you know, that I can think of, you know. I mean, look at the Niners and Philadelphia game, you know, you'd think that had big game potential. The Niners thumped them, you know. It's just seemed like it's been kind of a dull year, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No real excitement.
I am trying to look at the ratings so I can back you up, but I am, even without looking at the numbers, I'll be completely honest. Yeah, this year was kind of underwhelming. I feel like all the primetime games, just as a whole, were just not primetime games. Those old matchups, you know, that game where we saw, what was it, Kansas City and the Rams, or was it the Chargers and the Rams? A game where it was like 56-58. That was great. Only game I can really remember that was like, oh my God, that was a good game. Not because it was like a competitive game, was the Dolphins blowing them out by 50. And I was because like, oh my God, I've never seen 70 points, you know.
Right.
So it wasn't a good thing, but
yeah, that Chiefs Rams game that you're thinking of, Jabari. Yeah, that was
a good game.
Yeah, no game, no, haven't really had any games like that where you it was just great back, you know, even a lower scoring type of game that was still a great type of game to watch. I mean, I just didn't feel like we ever got that this year, really.
Let's get to a couple things here. Justin's got a question. I mean, you know, just saw this recently. Pete Carroll got fired.
Well, did he get fired, or was he wanting? I mean,
no,
they're not firing him. They're moving him somewhere else in the organization. They said that he's still going to be in contact with the organization, but it'll be in a different capacity that isn't coaching, is what I read. So he may be like GM or player development management or something like that, you know, some other title where, you know, he's still around the team because they have a lot of loyalty for Pete. Pete brought them a lot of success. So
okay, all right, great. Thanks for clearing that up because I didn't really get into it. I just saw the headline. All right, NBA tonight on the positive EV page earlier at a 0.17% clip. The Joker over 44.5 PRA. That's how far he's gone down, Jabari. His PRA is down to 44.5. And I hate to tell you this, I put 25 on the over. I'm doing it. I'm riding it.
Okay.
What do you
Only
think?
risk you got there is blowout. That's it.
Yeah.
That's why I look at it. What's going on with him? The numbers are not translating like they did last year. What's going on with him? He's not playing at that level, and maybe he's, you know what, played a lot of basketball last year in the last few years. Maybe he's getting more down. What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, he's also not really scoring like that a lot more, right? He's only averaging at about 25.5. To put it in perspective, Jalen Brunson scoring more than he is. On average, yeah. So Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, Tyrese Maxey, Anthony Davis, Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry are all scoring more than him. He's ranked 16th in points per game. He just isn't really scoring, I guess, like he used to. And I don't know why that is. It's not like the composition of the team has really changed a lot, but he's just kind of not scoring a lot anymore. I don't know why.
No, I mean, the other night he had that game where he had 16 assists and then he hardly had any points or rebounds, but it makes you wonder. I mean, maybe he's really just trying to
pace himself.
And get teammates going a little bit to try to get them to carry some load and do a little bit more so they've got enough in the tank, because you're right, they have played a lot of basketball, him especially, with the effort that he's put out there, you know. So, you know, maybe that's strategic and designed in a sense that he's just kind of going with the flow of the game, seeing what needs to be done. And hey, could I get through? Do I really need to go out and get 30 plus, or could we win this game if I just gave you, 20 and 10 rebounds or, some assists? So, maybe that's it too. I mean, I don't see that his game's gotten worse. I don't feel like it's because he's just having a bad year. I think he's just pacing himself.
Yeah, and they're third in the West, so it's not like the team is hurting from him not scoring. Like, no, you're not gonna see any reporter be like, "Oh, okay, Jokic just isn't scoring like he's used to, and it's just hurting the team." Like, no, they're third in the West. Like, the only two teams better than them right now are OKC and Minnesota, and for lack of better words, those teams are great.
Right.
So,
Okay.
He's going to need a lot when he play. That Minnesota team, a lot of size down there. So I mean, he's going to have to, matched up with a team like that in the playoffs. he's going to have to be big time, to deal with those guys down there. So this could be just him pacing himself, and he knows what he's got ahead here. And I'm excited for the NBA playoffs. I know we're a ways away, but I got to be honest. Some of these, teams that are Minnesota and OKC kind of up and coming here now, putting themselves back on the map. I'm kind of pumped for it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take you in a little bit different direction here real quick, guys, because the marquee matchup of the night, based on records, is the T-Wolves and the Celtics. When I saw that the T-Wolves were going to get 11, I'm like, well, I got to jump on that. But now I got to sit back here and I got to ask you guys, who's out? Who's not playing this game that we have to have this kind of point spread?
For the Celtics, T-Wolves?
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert's out.
Yes.
Kristaps Porzingis is out.
Okay.
And Mike Conley's out from the three that I remember from cooking up today.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah, with Conley and Gobert out, that's why that line is so.
In addition to their 17-0 at home, by the way.
Right.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
They are undefeated at the crib.
How are they ATS at the crib?
I gotta look that up.
Would you mind? Because I'd like to know that.
Gotcha.
That'd be great.
We can get it. We can get that. We can get that. I'm going to say they're pretty deep. It looks to me like their ATS record at home is 11-6.
That's a very good record.
Yes.
That's a very good record. So with what you guys are saying, jumping on the Celtics on minus 10.5 tonight sounds like a good play.
It does. And Zach LaVine is going to be back in the lineup today for the Bulls. No minutes restriction just came in.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But yeah, it's going to be pretty good. The only thing is, Ant kind of got hurt a little bit last game, and he might be due for another big game soon. So, he's really going to have to step up today, him and Cat. Cat's probably going to move more towards the 5 since the Celtics are kind of small at the 4 and the 5. But, I mean, who can compete with Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown? Who's competing with them person for person in the Garden? I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly don't know.
All right. Yeah. Gotcha.
Probably going to be tough for Minnesota. And like you said, Anthony Edwards going to have to be the man tonight, and even with that, still might not matter. So, I'd lean towards it. It is a high spread. I mean, but I would roll with it. And they're coming off that loss to Indiana, right? That game that they just lost to Indiana that they're probably wanting to bounce back from. So,
all right. I'm jumping around here. Since you mentioned the Bulls and Zach LaVine, that probably has an impact on this game. As to the point spread with the Bulls minus 3.5 to minus 4 in this game. Mm-hmm. Is this a cover or do I take the Rockets in the points?
I'll direct you. Scroll down. What's the total game points at? It should be fairly low. Okay, so it's under 220.
Yeah.
Just to put it in perspective, both of these teams, Billy Donovan always been a kind of an defensive minded head coach, right? So the Bulls, 6th best in the league in points per game. Houston Rockets 2nd best in points per game. So this is going to be a strictly defensive game in my eyes. Both of them are, how we say the Heat are good defensively. Both of these teams are better than the Heat defensively. So probably won't even see 216.5. Yes, the Bulls should probably cover. As Houston, we don't have a lot of offensive weapons. Our defense is our biggest strong suit.
So if I can get it under 217, I should jump on that one too.
You should do it. Correct.
Okay. Justin, Joker triple-double tonight? Yeah, I think so. I really do. I mean, it's Utah. I think so. I think triple double tonight for Jokic is definitely on the agenda.
All right, let me get to the positive EV page here real quick, because I want to show people the one-click bet. For those of you who haven't seen, those of you on X that might not have seen this, we now have one-click bet, and we have it for right now. 4 books are going to one-click bet. That's BetMGM, Caesars, DraftKings, and FanDuel. ESPN Bet goes to the game, but it takes you to the right page. It just doesn't put it in your bet slip. If I was to take this over 7 total goals with the Canadians and Flyers, I would hit that one-click bet button right there, and you're going to see that it's going to put it in my bet slip right now. All I got to do is log in and place my bet. That, folks, is a game changer for OddsJam. Go to oddsjam.com right now. Get your 7-day free trial. And I want to show you game here with Jalen Duren. As you can see here, where it says game, it's going to take you to the player props page. You're going to have to find the play, but it takes you to the page, which is, a lot easier than you having to log in and do it yourself. If you have your books logged in, it'll pull up immediately. So there is one-click bet, and I wanted you guys to see that. Now, I'm going to go and pull up the NFL schedule. We talked about this yesterday. We're not going to get into a whole lot of details here, but we're going to cover this because all of you guys get a shot at telling us what you think is going to happen in these playoffs, because you're too much important part of the team. Now, Mike and I already kind of know where we're at, but I may change my mind. You know how I like to flip-flop. So here, Browns, Texans, we're going to go in order. You already know where Mike and I are. It's you on the spot here, Jabari. I'm liking, I know you love your Texans, but I'm really liking Cleveland in this game, and I like Cleveland money line. Sorry. What are your thoughts?
Agreed.
Wow. That was easy.
Mm-hmm.
Mike's on the Texans.
I don't think we win it.
I think too young. They're not ready to ascend yet.
We've already overachieved, though. So
right.
I'm okay with this.
That's good. Dolphins, Chiefs on Peacock. Why they're doing that, I don't know. I think the Chiefs win this game. The question is, do they cover?
No. They win by maybe 1-2 points at most, but they're not winning by 4.
Now, you really think now, with that weather that's coming in, you got to remember you're talking about. Where did I hear that the Dolphins were trying to see if they would move the game to Indianapolis, to a neutral site? I mean, come on, guys. You really think it's going to be that close? Really do?
Yeah, because Pat doesn't have the offensive weapons. Their defense is hurt. They lost Nick Bolton, a crucial linebacker. Miami still has 2 at quarterback. They're still hurt. But the Chiefs, they probably gonna give up a lot of rushing yards. If Miami sticks to the run game and uses Tyreek in the run game and has a lot of pre-motion snap, they can have a fighting chance.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to see what kind of shape Mostert's in and the other injuries that they have. All right, Steelers, Bills. I think this spread is too big, but then again, it's Buffalo at home. Anything can happen. There's no TJ Watt, and that's why the spread is this big.
Steelers plus 10.
Steelers plus 10. Okay. I'm with you there. I like that play.
Yeah. It's I think the Steelers probably come out and run the ball a lot more.
Right.
Mason Rudolph's probably going to throw an interception in the first half that'll make um their OC go ahead and start getting the ball back on the ground more. Najee Harris has been looking a lot better in the
Yes,
last
he has.
7 weeks. He's
Right.
got that first step back that I miss seeing him have in college, and in the previous 2 years he didn't have that. So
Right. That is a really good analysis because that is what was missing. That first step. You agree with that, Mike?
Oh, yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah. I mean, you could really see it. Yeah, you're right. Packers, Cowboys at home. What do
they
you think?
cover.
Okay, cool.
Packers defense isn't the old Packers defense. Clay Matthews, all those dogs they had back there. It's not the same. And this is payback for that that Des Bryant not ruled a catch. That's what this is for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point. Good point. All right, and then the Cronkies against the Lions. This is a team, the Cronkies. That's the Los Angeles Rams, folks. Who I think are extremely dangerous. And I'm rooting really hard for the Lions, but I just don't know. What do you think?
This is the game of the week. Hey man, I don't know when's the last time. It would have been better if this was a Super Bowl, but I don't know when's the last time we've seen two quarterbacks get traded for each other and both of them succeeded. One of them going to win the Super Bowl, the other one has a great year, 2 great years in a row. So
right.
I don't know. It's a revenge game for both of them. I don't know who to pick.
Yeah.
And took a team to the playoffs. They won a division title for the first time in 40 years.
And I hate Jared Goff. We know that. I hate him. But he did it.
I'm liking him now.
He did it. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dude, him and St. Brown have a chemistry, okay?
Yeah.
There's a chemistry there. And, it's something that, when that happens between a quarterback and receiver, it's tough to beat. Yeah,
he just reminded me of Laporta getting hurt. I just don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, I know. I know. And what about Laporta? Any news on that, Mike?
They said he's not going to play. There's no way he plays in the first round.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Mike, you there?
I'm here, buddy.
Okay. I can't see you, so. All right, last game. Eagles, Bucks on Monday night. Eagles whip their ass.
They're not going to win by much. They're hurt. Jalen Hurts dislocated his finger. Adrian Brown strained his ACL. Devontae Smith was already hurt. Their defense hurt all around the board.
So's DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, so they're definitely not making no Super Bowl this year. I can say that.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. All right.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I mean, I do think Philadelphia probably wins this game. I wouldn't be shocked if they lose, but I do think they can pull it out. And if they do, though, it's probably not going to be pretty.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What are we going to see out of Josh Allen this playoffs? Is he going to calm down the turnovers? Can he calm that down? Is it possible for him to be reeled in? Does he need to be reeled in?
I think they need to stick to running the ball. Simple enough. I'm not a Josh Allen believer in the postseason. He's not showing anything. It's the same thing with Justin Herbert in the postseason. You're great. You can put up 5,000 yards in a regular season, but when it comes to those, we need 250, 275, and for you not to turn the ball over, I can't count on you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I agree with that. But my God, how do you bring the man down when he wants to get to where he wants to get to? I mean, there's not a quarterback in the league like that. I mean, when he decides he wants to get a first down, he's going to shed tacklers. I mean, Mike, we saw it the other night. Man, that's awful tough, Jabari.
I think, this will be a different conversation if, we come out of this and Josh Allen, really shows me something different
Right.
against Pittsburgh. But I don't know. This is also going to be a proving playoffs for me for Patrick Mahomes too. He basically virtually actually this season has no help.
Right.
Travis Kelce getting boxed in. It's going to be a proven ground for him too. This Super Bowl to me, 49ers Ravens. That's who's going. I don't care about any other team.
All right. I'm with you. And by the way, Justin agrees with you. And Justin and Mike are Justin they root for Justin's team, the Chargers.
Okay.
I just want to point that out.
We won't be talking about them.
But they both like Vancouver a lot too. So anyway. All right. That was good, Jabari. Put all of Jabari's picks in a parlay and win some money, man. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Parlay it up.
See you tomorrow night.
Eagles money line would probably make a good parlay with something else.
Tony tomorrow night. See ya.